Warning: the following content contains language that may be inappropriate for younger viewers. Viewer discretion is strongly advised.
Hello and welcome to the Let's Get Heavy podcast, your exclusive backstage pass to the realm of heavy music. Join us as we engage in conversations with amazing musicians across the metalverse. I am your host Stevie, and we are getting heavy with Vittra, who are preparing for the release of their new album, Indifference. Now, before we start the interview, I just want to say thank you to everyone who has subscribed. We are edging so much closer to our first 1K goal of subscribers. So if you are not already, please smash that subscribe button. It's completely free to do and it helps us out greatly. Thank you, folks, and enjoy the interview. First of all, guys, I want to welcome you to the Let's Get Heavy podcast, where we like to highlight bands and just try and spread a little bit of positivity throughout the world of rock and metal. My name is Stevie, and welcome to our little corner of the internet. So for those who are not aware of the band, can we have an introduction of each of yours and the name of your band and what style of music you play?
Yeah, so our name is Vittra, but the type of music that we play, I will use my own definition. And I think we're playing melodic death metal with thrash influences and some rock and roll.
Nice.
Yeah.
And what's your names and roles within the band?
Oh, sorry. Yeah, so my name
That's
is
quite
David, and I'm the singer.
Nice to meet you, David.
Nice to meet you.
Who's up
Johan.
next?
Okay, Johan, and I would agree with David's description. I guess we've gone in a bit slightly thrashier direction during the last years, but yeah, definitely a mixture of melodic thrash and death metal and some rock and roll to it. Sometimes quite a lot of rock and roll. And I play guitar in the band.
Definitely the rock and roll elements on Transylvanian Buffet, but we'll get into that a bit sooner.
Yeah.
And yourself, my friend.
My name is Gustav, and I play the bass guitar.
Nice to meet you guys. Awesome to have you here.
Likewise.
So we are here to discuss your upcoming new album, which is due out on the 19th of September. Is that correct?
Yes.
So what's the core message or feeling you hope listeners are going to be taken away from this album?
I think we want to bring them on a rougher ride this time in comparison to the last one, and also a more, a rougher, more experimental ride, I would say.
Yeah, a bit more challenging, right? You know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and also we wanted to challenge ourselves, I think so.
And the genre as well.
And the genre, of course.
So you've already given us a little bit of a taste of this album because you've released 3 songs, Reign Supreme, The Leap, and of course my personal favourite, which is Transylvanian Buffet. It's just absolutely banging, and I love that little mid-section part as well when it kind of just completely changed. I wasn't expecting it. I'll not give any spoilers for anyone who hasn't listened to it yet. But how did you choose these 3 tracks as the initial singles?
Tricky question. Well, it was a tricky one. I mean, you always, or we, I guess, you get some favorites quite early in the process, and then you try to challenge yourself a bit and see it from a sort of outside-in perspective. And it's been really tricky. I think we had, was it 6 songs that we were discussing? These 3, and then one called Mofo. That's a sort of a focused track for the release, and we have one song called Hate that we really like. That it grew a lot on us at the end, and then one song called Burn Her. But Burn Her has some resemblance to one of the songs from the previous album. I think that sort of held us back a bit. And then I guess we we wanted to present some different sides of the band. I think The Leap might be the most direct song. I think it was to some extent our favorite, or the one that sort of everyone that was involved in the production sort of talked about. Yeah, this one is great, you should go with it, and so on. So it was a bit of a surprise. I mean, if you look at sort of the reception, that people really like Reign Supreme, a song that playing it's just a given when we play live, and I think that was sort of the thing that sort of got it in here. But I don't think it was as what's the right word, obvious choice based on sort of the studio experience. But I'm really happy that we released it. And then the sort of the third choice, that was actually a Transylvanian Buffet. I think we were discussing the other songs and had them maybe come in before, but then it was like, but this is a quite funny song. It shows a different side of us, and if we release it as a single, then people will really, hopefully more people will notice it. I mean, otherwise there is a risk that it's sort of hidden in the album in some way. I think we have a quite we're quite open-minded in the band, I think, and we had the luxury of being able to decide ourselves. So we thought that, well, let's release this one as a single as well. So
no,
was that
sorry, go on. Apologies.
Okay description?
Yeah, it was perfect.
Yeah,
I don't need to add anything.
I was just about to say, is there anything else that anybody wishes to add?
No, I think he covered basically everything there. The only thing I really remember is like the last part where we discussed, having one really fast one, a little bit more like a heavier one, and then a really special one at the end. In this case, Transylvanian. But I completely agree with you with all the rest.
See, the reason why Transylvanian Buffet stands out for me, because I'm a big country blue fans as well, and like I say, that midsection when that comes in, it completely took me by surprise. I wasn't expecting it. I was expecting just straight in your face riffs. It's thrash at the end of the day, because I just love thrash when it comes to metal, which is what Reign Supreme and The Leap is pretty much just in your face thrash songs. And then when I heard that for I was like, whoa, what's this? They've completely what this is what I've always needed in a thrash song. Where has this been? So yes, you've added elements that I absolutely love. Three thrash, adding a bit of country, a bit of blues as well. Just absolutely fantastic. Works really well. Anyway, I'm getting on a bit of a tangent. Sorry. The title track. So Intense Indifference. Can you delve into the meaning behind it, and how does it reflect the album's lyrical or musical content?
I think, Gustav, you had a quite good description on it before, and I think you summarized it quite well.
Yeah, so I can try doing it again, because the songs, like lyrically, they developed quite organically through David first taking the responsibility as a singer naturally to write the lyrics. And I started noticing that a lot of these themes that he brought up, they were kind of, internal. Like you could see you could see like primal feelings being, the core message of a lot of these songs. And I don't even know if he could see these themes himself, or maybe it's just me. But so I started working with that with David, of course, and then we started, we started giving these themes monsters or beings or creatures, something physical, something that you can describe, feel, and taste, and so on. Something, because it started off very abstract, kinda, and from there on, we just kept adding, monsters to every theme. Hate, it's self-explanatory what that song is about, but giving it a main protagonist or antagonist, depending on your morals, and let's see, Transylvanian Buffet could be interpreted as, lust, like primal lust, but we gave it a monster, which is, we refer to some sort of blood-drinking vampire-esque kind of being. So intense indifference kind of being, this intense feeling of indifference to whatever these feelings might be, like working a bit with irony here and basically focusing on, internal struggles and giving them monsters, I would say. That's like the core, that's what defines or give structure to the songs, I'd say.
Keeping with that monster element, the band name is if please correct us if I'm wrong, it's a Swedish folk monster. Is that correct, or god?
Yeah.
Just
So is that kind of where you're building on with that? Are you all based on
Yeah, to an extent. Like on this album, we didn't, like on the previous album, we started with monsters, and then I think David created themes around that, like be it zombie Jesus or a werewolf or whatever. Like I think it started with the monster, and then he added themes. And this one, we went the other way around and kind of started with some themes, and because of that, we might not have picked, traditional Swedish folklore monsters or something like that, like we kind of tried in a way on the first album. But I don't know. I think both me and David like to write songs about monsters generally, and folklore has a lot of those that I think are used way too little in songwriting. Some more than others, like vampires and werewolves and stuff. But there are a lot of hidden ones, like the woman on the first album, like this forest nymph. She is from a very established old tale in Swedish folklore.
Is that the Blasphemy Blues album?
Exactly.
No, but I just to down a bit. I mean, we started when we put together the band, and we started talking a lot about sort of, as Gustav mentioned, sort of the folklore, the mythical creatures, and also being a bit close to nature, those kind of elements. And I think we still have a lot of that. We still have the traditional folk music as well. I mean, it's in there in the harmonies and rhythms and so on. So yeah, all of that, but then trying to take it a couple steps further.
I'm absolutely digging the artworks of these album covers as well. Who is because I love to give shout outs to the artists on these albums. Who did the album artwork for Blasphemy Blues and Intense Indifference?
I think you have the best pronunciation so far, Johan.
Yeah, his name is I'm not sure, Gyula Havanchak. His name is, as an artist, he calls himself Jules. I mean, he's done a lot of covers with Annihilator. That Annihilator is one of my favorite bands. That's how I sort of got into him.
Yes.
And then he's actually worked with so Simon that helps us record the albums and also studio and so on. He's done some for one of his bands, Memory Garden, as well. And then of course, Accept, Jungle Rot, and a lot of bands. So.
Nice.
He's a great guy, a true artist and metalhead, and
he's done an absolute banging job. Banging job. Beautifully well done, and they would look absolutely sick on a vinyl as well. I'm not gonna lie, it would look very nice on my wall behind me. And, I hope will there be a vinyl release on Intense Indifference, out of curiosity? Asking.
Yes. Yes.
They will.
Of course.
Yes.
Yeah, I think we're going to make what is it? Two types of exclusive vinyls. The first press with some sort of splatter into the it? What type of colors?
You have a red with dark splatter and a neon green one. And for Blasphemy Blues, you have the neon green one and the green with dark splatter as well.
Oh, that would look nice. That will look really well. I think I'll know when will that be on Bandcamp for purchase on release, of course.
Yes, yes. They are actually already for pre-order already on both Bandcamp and
Right.
Cartel.
I'll know what I'll be doing once I'm finished then. So, how does this album build upon or diverge from your previous work in Blasphemy Blues?
If I start from the musical side, then maybe the two of you can add on with the lyrics and so on.
Yeah.
If that's okay. No, I think a big difference or a huge difference is that when with Blasphemy Blues, I mean, even if we released an EP before that, it was still, I mean, we had a lot of material collected from I mean, 10, 15 years ago. We definitely wrote some new stuff, and I mean, we put it together and expressed it in sort of our way, with adding the sort of the contributions of all five of us. But with this one, I mean, we started more or less from scratch. So it's been mainly written in a year and a half's time. So I think that's a big difference. I'm not sure if it's noticeable, but to me, it's a big difference. And I think it was quite cool proving to ourselves that we were able to do it that way. And we also, we split the work a bit differently. I think we had more like, mainly four of us involved in the songwriting, and we sort of on the Blasphemy Blues, we were sort of digging into everything. I think everyone a bit, even if of course David put most work into the lyrics and the melodies and so on. But on this one, Alex, our drummer, and myself, we spent a bit more time on the music, and then of course got the approval of the others. While then, you worked a lot together on the lyrics and the melodies and just
we even developed a superior technique of writing lyrics. We met at David's apartment, and then we locked ourselves in with like 24 cans of beer for about 12 to 16 hours straight or something like that. And lo and behold, when we got out of there, we had a finished song, kind of.
And we went through, like, if we had written something previous, like the previous night or a previous weekend, we just went through it again after like a while, and then we played the song, and then we mimicked everything.
You have to taste the lyrics for a while and see if they still taste good, a while later on.
Without the influence of alcohol as well, because sometimes you get a little bit. What's the word?
I mean, it's like a wine. Some wines are only good with some certain types of foods, but the best wines you can also drink, without any food.
Yeah.
Have you tried doing this with a mead, for example?
With a mead?
Yes.
No, not yet. Not yet.
Maybe you've tried it with beer, and you're saying talking about wine. Give mead a shot. Why not?
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Why not? What did the beers help with the creative juices? Of course.
Definitely. It was really essential to you need to take the lid off. I think that's a saying in Sweden. When you're a few beers in, the creativity starts flowing, and you're more free to experience, go beyond boundaries. Like, can we?
You don't want to get too many beers though, because then you can't think.
Exactly.
That's the trick. That's the trick.
That's the sweet spot. Like, you gotta drink responsibly.
That's where I've been going wrong, guys.
And also, writing lyrics can be awfully boring, as well as being, kind of, like a really nice experience. Going over things and really finding like a meaning and a text that works well with what's it called? Not the vowels. Kind of that rhymes in the song and so on. Lyrically, that the rhythm is correct and all, and then it feels really, satisfactory working with the lyrics. But from time to time, it can be tough, and the beer certainly helps with that as well.
What was the poison? What was the brand of beer? Out of curiosity.
I think we
had a
bought
bunch of different ones.
Yeah, I bought from smaller breweries. They
I think we I know that you bought a bunch of Belgian stuff as well. We had these a bit stronger ones to start
Yeah,
off
to
with.
start with, so
I
you
love
can get
what's it called in English? Trappist.
oh, yeah, Trappist.
Oh, is that a word in English, or maybe it's French
I
originally?
think it's cluster beer. I don't.
Yeah. Anyways, we no, enough about the beer, but beer was drunk.
So, what were the most challenging aspects on creating this album?
Well, I think it was about challenging ourselves because, like, you get to a certain point when you're writing, like from the first album, it was very easy for me because then I had only myself as a Paul Plank, whatever,
Sounding board.
a sounding board. So I was only working with myself, and then you get really cemented into the idea of like this is how it's supposed to sound. But with Gustav's help, he could challenge my views and perception of how the song is supposed to sound like.
But that's a quite interesting part of the process because you get really like stuck, like, no, this is how it should be. And we're
Yes.
like, well, maybe can we try something else? No, this is how it should be. And I mean, then myself and Alex, we step away and let the two of you discuss, and then something comes out of it a couple of weeks or months later sometimes.
They send in the negotiator, that being the bassist, and then they hope for a good result, basically. I think.
What did you feel was the most rewarding part of the process?
To see that it worked out, honestly. Like it went this
together.
process. This process was. It's really isn't for me. It wasn't an understatement that it was a quick writing process, and barely having the time to sometimes get the feel for the songs. You just have to. You just have to play it correctly, and sometimes that can take. We have discovered things in these songs now in the rehearsal room that we were like, afterwards have been thinking about, oh, we should have added that, or we should have, once you've really felt the song for a while. So, but at the same time, now in the end, I feel like like David also said, the accomplishment that we managed to do it in such a short period of time and still produce some music after all.
I mean, even if we run the process ourselves to a large extent, I think we still sort of, we book time in the studio, and this is when we're going to record. Okay, then we need to have the songs done as a way to sort of progress and challenge ourselves a bit. And I think that was the most rewarding part to me. Two things: being able to actually get the songs together, and I think they're quite good. I still haven't sort of fully. Yeah, I'm sort of re-experiencing them now when I hear them when I listen to them on the record and so on. But that's one part, being able to get together. And then actually, we started talking about Transylvanian Buffet, but I mean when I heard it the first couple of times with the piano on it, it was just, it was a sort of, to me, it was a new level from a musical perspective. I felt like we are creating something interesting here. It was like, I really enjoyed it. It was, super fun with sort of the additional layers of that song. And then
Did you feel any pressure having to get this, or was there? Did you just put a time limit on yourselves to get this written and recorded so that way it's released on time, or have you just been a case of when it's finished releasing as you go?
No, we set a clear time limit that it should be done. We booked the time in the studio, and I think that's something. Since we work with Simon, he plays in Soilwork, and he's a live guitarist for Tiamat and so on. He has his schedule. He has got a band called Wolf as well. So when he has time, well, then we need to ensure that it works. So we need to keep that timeline, and I think to some extent that can be a bit frustrating, but at the same time, I think that's what sort of gets us forward as well. So
was this your first time working with Simon? Was it?
No, actually the third time. So we did the EP and we did the Blasphemy Blues with him as well. So
right. So how did that collaboration come about?
Now I'm talking a lot, but that's
Go ahead.
No, but I I used to play in another sort of local band in Stockholm a long time ago, and then we recorded an album, and we recorded with Simon and Mike Weed, who's a close friend of who plays in King Diamond and Merciful Fate, who's a close friend of Simon's. They come from the same town and so on, and yeah, that's how I got to know them. And then when we started to talking about recording something with Vittra, then I presented it as a suggestion, and yeah, we tried it out in the EP. And I mean, he's got a super great studio, and he is a super great guy to work with. Extremely relaxed. He understands our music. He's got a patience that is beyond everything. You know, when some guitarist gets stuck and like, no, I want to get that detail right, and he's like, yeah, okay. While the others have left the room hours ago.
But he'll know what you guys want as well. Do you know what I mean? So that's pretty cool. Pretty cool. You've got to work. It's Simon Johansson. Is that correct? Is that my
Yes.
his name?
Yes.
Nice. Pretty sweet. That's pretty cool. So we'll get back on the singles for one. So Reign Supreme. What's the story or inspiration behind this track? What can you tell us about the musical construction?
Ooh. Yeah, for me, it was actually very, very easy. This one was very given, because when Johan first presented the song, I could already hear like the lyrics going in my head, how they're supposed to sound. So it was just about, nailing the words. And I don't know exactly how it got started, but usually I get stuck with some line, something, and then I just go with it. And during the process, as I'm writing more and more words, I get more involved in the song, and it starts to get a meaning of sorts. And then what I found out is that it's about a general like fuck off song to everything, and it's also open for interpretation to the reader. And
So
yes.
more of a personal question than for yourself and David. Where do you get the inspiration for your lyrics?
Yes, that's a good one. I think to this album, like on this album, I was looking more inwards. It was easier to find inspiration, because sometimes, like if you have to force something, it's probably shit. So and that it didn't feel forced when I looked inwards.
Hmm.
So I took the inspiration from here.
Any personal experiences or anything in these albums, or
Probably. Like, yeah, so I can surely like agree with the fuck off feeling. You want to get that like.
I'm
fuck
sure
you.
I'm sure a lot of
Feel it.
people around the metal community can have got that moment in time with that fuck off feeling. Do you know what I mean? Like we've just said.
Yeah.
Sorry, I felt like I was cutting somebody off there.
No, just to describe the process a bit. What usually happens. So most of the songs we have, well, all the songs we have actually played in our rehearsal space before we record them, and so I mean this one with Reign Supreme. So I had the idea that I wanted to have this sort of right hand thrash rhythm, but still with a more like mid-tempo groovy feel on the drums, to create something a bit different from the previous album. So, and I mean, the way it a lot of times work is that while we play the song, David is just sitting there in a chair or with his sort of what do you call it? A bit like he looks like now. With the earplugs. And you can see he's sort of thinking to some extent, and like, and then all of a sudden it seems like something pops up. And then he might try it out that time, or he just writes down some lyrics, and then the next time we meet up again, then he has sort of built onto that. So I mean, I'm not sure how many times we have done it that way. Sort of we just play and you just sit there, and then something happens that is sort of connected to the music. I think it's a quite, I mean, talking about rewarding thing. I mean, it's quite cool to see that. It's really built from sort of what, and this is my interpretation now, David, it's really built from what you sort of feel or sense in the music that we play, and then something appears and pops up.
Exactly.
then you build on that. So I think and that's why it sort of fits together in a very natural way most of the times. So,
Yeah, I try to capture the essence of the song. If you
yeah.
And with the leap as well, it's very distinct energy. Can you discuss its themes present in the song and how they connect to the broader narrative of the album?
Oh, yeah, it was then we go to like intense indifference. What? Okay, let me start over. Okay, so the
Go on.
leap. Yeah, it's about you want to, if you want to kill yourself, go ahead and fucking do it, or try to do something about it instead. And you can feel the you can be like very what do you say, indifferent. I think
Yep.
it's exactly to the feeling of that, like, should I do something, should I not, but you gotta do something. I don't know if it makes any sense now, but it surely made it when I wrote it.
So kind of, are you trying to go for the cathartic type feel to the song? So trying to more reach out, as you would say.
Yeah, I would. Yeah, definitely
I
towards
mean,
that.
it's been a lot of different things along the way, and I think just daring to do things in general, I think has been one thing that we have discussed as well. I mean, if it's something, if you have some idea, or if you're longing for something, whatever it might be, then well, just do it. You just need to sort of take that leap.
So it's not so it basically if an opportunity arises, sort of thing, take the leap. Is that what you're referring to?
I boiled it down to. I like to hear David's thoughts on it as well, but I've just boiled it down to decisiveness, basically. Being
Right.
decisive. Like you can't stay in between. You have to pick a path. Go for it, kinda.
Yes.
Like
Yeah.
the middle road is no alternative. That kind of theme. But yeah, basically. But that's just from
Yeah.
my perspective. I know that we've discussed that one a bunch of times, and I don't even know if we're still, that our
Agree.
thoughts align yet. Yeah, or that we agree overall. But
No, and also the structure of the song. I mean, when we put the song together, Alex and myself, and we sort of had a quite clear idea on the structure, and then David came and presented his idea, sort of on the lyrical structure, and like, yeah, but that's not the chorus. That's actually the chorus, and you shouldn't be quiet there. You should sing there, and you should be quiet on that part. It's like, no, it should be like this, and we're like, going back and forth and so on. And I mean, it's definitely part of the creative process, and it can be quite frustrating. But I mean, I really like it the way it is now. It was not fully what I had in mind when sort of I put the different parts together, but then it became something better. So I think it's
I hear. So with these 3 songs, what do you think they collectively tell your fans about what to expect from the rest of the album?
A lot more Vittra, a lot more of us. Like, we're trying to push the boundaries, and try to push ourselves and see what we can do with music, challenge the listener and challenging ourselves at the same time. So they can expect a lot more of a creative process.
Yeah.
If someone wants to add in something.
And then I can add diversity, because I think that's what we're working with. I of course it's hard to sort of see it when you think about the songs yourself, and I mean, you've been part of writing them, but to me they are still quite different. Even if, I mean, we might have presented maybe the extremes now to some extent, but they should be different. You shouldn't have to think about, have I listened to that song already, or yeah, is it a new one? Yeah, you should really see that there are clear songs, and we really like sort of clear identity, so to speak, for each creation.
Yeah. So this is for all three is to answer. Could be a bit of a challenge, but I don't know. That's how I see it. But if you had to choose one song from the album that encapsulates the essence of Intense Indifference, besides the three singles that's already released, which would it be and why?
Besides the three singles?
Besides the three singles. So the songs that are not released yet.
I would go for Burn Her, because like that captures the essence of our previous album, but with a newer touch. It still has the mythical creature of the witch, but yeah, it's a stretch. But it's still the folk music side is still there, and the mythical creature, but with my internal feelings also being described.
I don't know. I would probably have to say like Soul Searcher. I think I would say.
Seems like a
and
very
that's
heavy song lyrically.
exactly. But it's mostly because that song also contains a bit of how I think that we sound generally, like this is Vittra, but also some rather experimental parts, and I think that kind of defines this album a lot. So I would probably pick that song. But I won't spoil anymore. I'm just going to say that it's experimental,
of course. No,
like the rest of the album.
I don't expect you to.
I don't want to ruin the surprise.
That's quite all right.
Uh,
And yourself, Ewan?
And what's left? Now, then I think this might be a bit unexpected for the other two, but I would pick Hate then. I think I really like even if it's sort of David's song in some strange way, but I mean that you have the emotional part, you have that sort of bit of D-side influence, like heavy rhythm with the quite quick double, what do you call it? The drums.
Double bass.
Yeah, double bass drums. You have that sort of up-tempo thrash feel. And then in the middle of it, you have that sort of really melodic, almost like Europe style midsection with the guitar solo and so on. You have a short bass solo. I mean, you have a lot of elements that are us. And as well in the studio, I really liked sort of we struggled quite a lot with that one, but we were able to sort of add on stuff quite late in the process that sort of made it grow in a really, I really enjoyed that one. And
nice.
Yeah,
it's definitely the song that we added the most in the end for, like, in the studio that we modified the most. So that's true.
Could that be the next standalone release, or is next the full album drop?
Next is the full album. And funny you should ask, because we actually discussed whether we should have 4 singles or 3, and the fourth one was Hate. But we went for 3 because we didn't want to have, the process drag out too much. We even if a lot of things now are about you should release a lot of songs with a certain within a certain time frame and so on, we felt like no, we want to get to the album and then move on.
Well, we don't have much longer to wait. It's just over 4 weeks, I believe it is, until this drops, the 19th of September. I'm very much excited to hear the full piece of work in its entirety. But looking ahead, are there any plans for tour and live performance to support the release of this album?
Yes, we are going to play live on the 19th of September and the 20th. And was it in Västerås, the 19th?
No.
That's okay. So that's in Falun.
Yeah.
So it's in both of our 2 hometowns, so to say. Johan's hometown and the rest of us' hometown.
Oh, right. So you're not all from the same town. Is a great distance between you? Is it long distance travel or
140 kilometers, something like that?
Fair enough.
Yeah.
No, then we're hoping to we if everything falls out the way it's supposed to, then we will do our first shows outside of Sweden. But let's see. But that's the plan during the fall. And so yeah, hopefully we can get to some more countries.
Nice. On your album release show, who's on the bill with you?
On the 19th, it's a Swedish band called Vilt. I'm not sure if you've heard them. Melodic death metal. And then another band called Kvän.
Nice.
And if you haven't heard them, you should definitely check them out, both of them.
I will definitely get them checked out. Good friends of yours? Have you played with them before?
Vilt several times. Kvän we haven't played with. We just think they're a great band.
Nice.
And they are bigger than us, so they'll do the headlining actually, even if it's our first release show. And then the second show we'll play with another band that we know called The Overthrown. And those are the ones that we will also go out and play with if we do some more European shows or non-Swedish shows.
Any particular locations outside of Sweden that you would like to venture to?
Besides the UK? I would say... I go ahead, Gustav.
Yeah, I was just about to say, the real big ones for me would be Wacken and like Hellfest. Those two festivals would be like the main two bucket list festivals for me. When those are done, after those shows are done, then I might create a new bucket list, because I don't know that I would be so satisfied playing at those two festivals.
Nice,
that would be really cool.
Anywhere else? For David and Johan, any other locations?
Well, Sweden Rock, but was it outside of Sweden?
Yeah, it could be. Well, you could be in Sweden, or if you can be outside as well.
Yeah, well, I would say Sweden Rock, because I want to feel like you get the full support from Sweden. Like if we've done a product or the music, I would like to perform here in Sweden at Sweden Rock.
Nice.
Yeah, I would very much. I used to live in France for 2 years, and I would really like to be able to go there and play. So Hellfest would be a really nice thing. And then in Germany, I think we have quite a lot of fans in Germany. We get good reviews in Germany. And then Finland.
Yeah.
France, Germany, and Finland. That would be my sort of dream countries. Not excluding the others, but yeah.
Of course.
Really happy about it.
Well, have you ever thought about Bloodstock, which took place
would be
last
amazing.
weekend?
Yeah.
Bloodstock Festival took place last weekend.
No, I know Simon has played there a couple of times with different bands and so on.
He has. He was with Soilwork, I believe, in 2018. I think it was.
Yeah.
I was there for that. I go to Bloodstock every year personally. It's
Nice.
Well, that would be really cool as well. So, but I guess we gotta sort of trying to climb our way up a bit and get in on some smaller festivals and so on. Then hopefully we can get on the bigger ones as well. So that's
of course.
Hopefully we can grow some with this record and yeah.
Have you ventured much outside of Sweden before? Have you ventured outside of Sweden? Have you played live outside of Sweden yet?
Not with this band, no.
Not with this band.
I've never done that.
Early days. Of course, we'll hopefully get in the UK before you know it. And please, if you do, because everyone misses out Newcastle, which is where I'm from. Please come to Newcastle.
I would like to go. I like the band Shrapnel. I think they should bring us on as a support act. So
Shrapnel, they just played Bloodstock this year.
So if they hear this, they should get in contact.
Shrapnel, yes. Get onto it, lads. Please help out our friends in Vittra and get them
we need
it. Just please, and do come to Newcastle, because, like I say, Newcastle does get left out. Everyone goes to Manchester, Birmingham, London, Glasgow. They're like your 4 main areas within the UK, but Newcastle's just on its way to Glasgow. So just pop in. I'm sure we can find a venue for you. Nice.
Yeah.
So, what do you hope is the lasting impact of Intense Indifference on the thrash metal scene and your fans?
That we can kind of, surprise, but not disappoint to some degree. I would say, yeah, that's my main thing. Like if people are open-minded and if they like thrash, I think they'll like this. And I say that as the most conservative metalhead of the bunch here as well.
You are by far.
Yeah.
Nice. Thank you very much, guys. Appreciate all the details on the album. I'm looking forward to hearing it. But before you go, have you got time to take a little bit of a challenge?
Of course.
Of course, right. So this is called the Geordie Challenge. And the Geordie Challenge is, as I said before, I've come from Newcastle upon Tyne in the UK, and I've held back my accent as best as I can because we do sound a bit Scottish, Germanic type, so people can't understand it, and that's going to go out the window. So the accent's going to try and come in full swing. So I've got 5 Geordie phrases because people from Newcastle are called Geordies. And we've got 5 sayings in our accent that you have to try and guess in standard English. He's up for it?
Yeah.
Bring it on. Bring it on.
So I've got 5 for you. You ready? So the first one, purely belter. If you do need it in a sentence, let us know. And I'll try
Yes,
and
please.
use it
Yes, please.
in a sentence, right then. So, Vittra is purely belter.
Something like
So if some of my friends were asking, what do you if some of my friends would come to us and what do you think of Vittra? I'm like, Vittra is purely belter.
It's a proper like a proper good band.
There we go. Straight away.
Yeah.
Number 1. Purely belter means really good.
All right.
So number 3. Oh, well, sorry, number 2. My apologies, getting ahead of myself. Number 2. Now this one does a little bit. This one's a bit challenging, but clamming for me bait.
It's grabbing for something.
Clamming for me bait.
I am so lost.
Could you
But what could it mean? Like,
like
can we
trying to give you a
something.
fighting chance here, Ewan. If you ever come to Newcastle, what's that silly Newcastle person saying?
Well, like, your beard, your gal, you're clamming, you're reaching for your gal.
Oh, not quite.
No, okay.
do we get it in a sentence? Right away.
So the 4 were in a bar or we're out somewhere, and David Ewan is talking, and then next thing we hear, Gustav will say, "Right, I'm in a rush," so I'll be like, "Right, lads, how I'm clamming for me bait." How lads? I'm clamming for me bait.
I'm waiting for my beer. I want to finish my beer.
Not
I need to go home.
drink.
I need to go home.
Not go
My bed
home.
or something. No.
I haven't finished my beer.
not drink. Something else.
All right.
I need to piss.
No, I mean, I'm just going for a slush. That's
Going for a slush.
I'm gunning for a slush. Oh, I need to use the netty. See what I mean? Anyway,
Yeah, they're really cute. These things.
I'm
yes.
hungry. I'm hungry for me food.
Oh, okay.
Hungry for me food. So Ewan actually, I think it was Ewan that mentioned this one not too long ago. Well, he said that's proper term, but number 3, I'm gone yem.
I'm going home, or
There we go. I'm going home.
Yeah. I mean, that's.
It sounds like Norwegian, kind of.
Yeah, gone yem. I'm going home. Yeah.
Oh.
Jag går hem in Swedish.
Yeah.
Oh.
And in Norwegian, I think it will be something. Jag går hjem.
Yem, yeah.
with Yem.
Viking influenced stuff.
I think it's more with the Germanic side. I'm gone, yeah. Wait, so number 4. So, he was gone proper Raj.
Was gone for a long time.
Ooh, not quite. Not quite.
One more time.
He was gone. So yeah, referring to a person or a male. He was gone proper Raj.
He was out for a long time, or
So, well, you guys are on stage. You see your friend at the front of your live show, and he was gone proper Raj.
He's going crazy.
Yeah, we're gone. He was just gone mad in a mosh pit.
Okay.
He was gone proper Raj.
I'm gonna need a translator if we go to Newcastle.
Man,
Mate, it's different every part. You
Oh,
change
man.
regions. You change regions in the UK. It's a different accent.
We'll need a bunch of translators.
You will.
Yeah.
Wait, number what was that 4? So number 5, the last one. And this isn't what I think. A lot of people get confused of what this actually is, but it's not what you think it is. So number 5, Gizzard Deeks.
Yeah, I saw. It sounded like you guys are dicks.
I did tell you and see it. It's not what you think it is. But it's
One more time.
Giz A Deeks. So Deeks. Not DICK before anyone thinks it.
I mean, it sounds Dutch to me.
Could you put it into a sentence?
Oh, right. Okay. So a friend comes to me, shows us an article that Vittra are going on tour, and also Gizzle Deeks.
I gotta go. I gotta see them.
Oh, mate, so close.
Oh.
So, because obviously, your friend got their phone because they're looking at their phone. Because I can't, and I'm at the opposite side. I can't see their phone. Vitra's going on tour, so I'll be like, "Well, Gizzard Deeks." What would you?
Where are they going? Or no?
Kind of.
Are they coming here?
Not quite. What can you're gonna ask? Because like I say, so this is us right now, and I've got the dates on my phone. You can't see the dates. What you're gonna ask?
When?
What's the dates?
When?
When? Like when are they playing? What's the dates?
Kinda. It's. Can I have a look?
Oh. Okay. Gizzard Deeks.
Gizzard Deeks. So if you're with your mates, it'll be like Gizzard Deeks, lad. I want to see them. I want to look at the dates. Gizzard, look at the dates.
The Deeks.
That's just thank you very much,
Wow.
guys, man.
I would never have been able to guess that one.
No,
Thank you very much. That last one, it gets everybody, everyone. I think the first time I tried it,
Would anyone on the street understand that sentence?
Nobody has. Everyone has immediately thought. I even done that with a British band, and they even thought I had said the word dicks.
Mm-hmm.
So even people, our own countrymen and women, they don't even understand the way us Geordies talk. So. So, guys, before we do end our evening, is there anything that you wish to plug before we call it a night?
No, really nice just having the chat with you. I mean, I really
Yeah, I agree.
appreciated it, and it's fun because it sort of helps me or us to reflect on sort of what we've done as well.
That's not a problem whatsoever. I was more than happy to. It's been very insightful. Very much looking forward to hearing the album when it drops. But where can our community in Get Heavy find your band, your music? Where can we all be? Where can we find you basically on social media, etc.?
So close to, well, everywhere. I mean, you have the Instagram, Facebook, even TikTok, although we're not maybe that active. A YouTube channel, and then of course all streaming platforms if you want the music. And then for the physical part, we have Bandcamp and Big Cartel, and it's Vittra official is what you should go for on the social media and those sites.
Excellent. All links, of course, will be in the video description, which will be on YouTube, Spotify, and wherever you can get your hands on a podcast these days. Thank you very much for your time, guys. I'm going to leave you with our Get Heavy creed, which is the rules for life or the rules for the pit. When someone falls, we pick them up. Thank you very much for your time, guys.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you.